Hi, the Passion Translation has this glorious interpretation of words which I just love in Ephesians 2. In other translations, it says that we have been seated with Christ in heavenly realms, but in this particular translation, it says we are co-seated. And I'm using my imagination to believe that I am sitting right next to Jesus, so close that I can see him, smell him, touch his garments, and he's allowing me to do this, to be co-seated with him, to become one. And in doing that, I'm now thinking more in terms of what is on his mind from the throne of heaven. What is it that God has called me to do? In verse 10 in Ephesians 2, in the Passion Translation, it says that we are God's poetry. In other translations, it says we are things like his handiwork. But I love that interpretation of being his poetry. And I'm just imagining in the summation of my life that God, like Jesus, has read out a poem about me. And in poetry, you choose your words carefully. You talk about the main events, the purpose of a particular subject. If I'm God's subject, I'm his son, I bow down to him, I'm glad that he saved me from a life of obscurity without him, a life full of sin. Because I'm forgiven, he can write this poem about me and relish it and allow me to sit next to him. Let us become God's poetry, God's poem. Allow him to relish and speak out the poem or the poetry of our lives in obedience to him. Allow us to make the main event, and give glory to his name. Father, I pray that you will allow us to be penned by you. The poem of a life dedicated to your service. A life dedicated because it's about love. And we get to snuggle into you as so close that we can feel your garments. We can see the beauty of your eyes. And we can even feel the breath of God on our cheeks. Amen.